Okay, so an interesting thing was brought up to me by my boyfriend, and I was actually thinking about it a lot. The whole idea over the cinnamon challenge, I think, is really not smart. And I say it's not smart because even before the people begin the challenge, they always say, oh, this is gonna dry out my mouth and not gonna be able to do it and everything. And most people can't do it. Well, this all in all is true. And then you get to the aspect of it actually being dangerous, where you put that much, a tablespoon of cinnamon into your mouth. That's not possible for you not to either cough it up most of it or start choking on it. Now, it would be a little more reasonable if they were to put, like, a teaspoon, and again, that would not be a challenge to this generation of bluntly stupid people. I would never put a tablespoon of cinnamon into my mouth. One, cinnamon tastes rubbish alone. Like, really, really spicy. And so that's one thing. Another thing is, that's not smart. Like, try to think of any solid food that you could literally put a tablespoon of it into your mouth fully. It's kind of a lot. Like, it's just kind of a lot. You know, unless your mouth is like 3 times the size that it should be inside and out. But it's just not a smart idea. And I don't know, like, it's not really something that appeals to me personally. I mean, it just isn't. I would never put a teaspoon of anything into my mouth. But, you know, for people who get a kick out of that, good for you, stupid people. And some of my favorite YouTubers have done it, and I find their reactions kind of funny and kind of amusing, but the challenge itself is like a deadly weapon. Like, I can see, like, the Middle Ages or something, when spices were really prominent and really, like, a sign of wealth, that people needed amusement, so they started doing that, and then, like, it became a torture thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I can just see that. Like, a tablespoon. Like, I don't have a tablespoon on me right now, but it's like a freaking lot. Like, that's just a lot of spice. Like, you wouldn't even never even put that much spice into food. Like, it's not like you put a tablespoon of salt into it. Like, even the extra, like, that would never add up to a tablespoon. Like, it might add up to, like, a teaspoon, like a full teaspoon, but not a full tablespoon. And I'm in foods, and I use tablespoons and teaspoons for everything, and not once have I used a tablespoon full of cinnamon or full of, like, anything. Not even, like, parsley or anything, like, or garlic. It's, like, always, like, a teaspoon. Like, a tablespoon is a fucking lot. Like, I don't know what people were thinking when they first thought that, oh, putting a tablespoon of cinnamon in my mouth is a great idea. Like, no, it's not. And, like, it doesn't really worry me as much unless there's someone personal to me, like, you know, it doesn't really worry me all that much. Like, go ahead, do what you want. You know, it's amusing to see your reaction to it, but it's just dumb. Like, I would never put a teaspoon into my mouth. It dries up your mouth, for one thing. Like, majorly. And if you, like, inhale it down, like, it could clog up your lungs, and good. It's not good. And you could be and then you could be hospitalized. You know, it's not something that you should do. It's not. So, I would never put a tablespoon of cinnamon into my mouth. I would put a teaspoon of cinnamon into my mouth and try the downsized version of that. But I would never put a tablespoon of cinnamon into my mouth. And why? Because it's not smart. It seems like a form of torture. You know, it's just not smart, and I don't know why anyone would want to do that. But okay, for all the stupid people in the world, that was my rant for today. Bye-bye.